As you guys know, wildlife can be absolutely crazy, and oftentimes when things are contained, problems can happen. So in today's video breakdown, I'm going to be reviewing some of the craziest zoo animal attacks you have ever seen. Let's get into it. Okay, let's see what we have here. So this guy's, oh no, not a hippo. So this guy comes running out here, says Changasha City, horrifying spectacle. You can see the two hippos are, looks like they're trying to bite each other in the bum. So they're obviously fighting, they're feeling confined, they're feeling panicked, but apparently there's a keeper in there with them. He's smoking a cigarette too, let's go. And then this hippo comes out, but what's crazy is this hippo obviously knows this keeper because that hippo in a single bite could just snap up that guy and kill him in a heartbeat. But you see how the hippo pauses and holds its mouth open like that to like basically warn the keeper. So really lucky this guy was. That hippo could have killed him very, very easily, but I would bet anything that that hippo had a bond with that keeper, and that's why it decided not to kill the guy. So, all right, so here you have a bear. It says, crazy Russian man jumps into bear enclosure in a zoo in Warsaw. What a moron. Don't do this. Don't do that. If you go to the zoo, don't go into the animal's enclosure. No good has ever come from that. So this guy's standing up on a rock. Then this big, I assume European brown bear comes charging out, and this guy decides to dive into the pool. Now these bears are very good swimmers, but right now the bear's just sort of following him around the moat. But that bear might jump in the water at any time and would eat this guy like a salmon. So this is incredibly, yep, there it goes. Just like I said, now the bear's in the water. Now he's biting the guy in the arm, it looks like. What, is the guy riding the bear? What a mess. What a mess. What is going on? These Russian videos are, now he's punching the bear? It's just so Russian. Like, I don't even know what's happening. The bear doesn't know what's happening. Nobody knows what's happening. This is insane. Now he's grabbing the bear by the ear. I think he's sticking his fingers in the ear while yelling something in Russian. This is an insane video. This makes no sense. I don't know what's going on. What is the resolution to this? Does the guy escape? Does the bear get his ears cleaned? Like, I have no clue what's happening right now. I'm just going to assume the guy died. I think that makes sense. All right, so here you have an orangutan. Now this is crazy. This is crazy because that guy was not even that close to this enclosure, and you see the dexterity with which that orangutan reaches out, that unbelievable reach, and grabs the guy's shirt and then pulls him in, also pulls in his leg and his knee. And I've seen just how incredibly capable these animals are. We recently threw a birthday party, maybe we'll clip it in here, for an orangutan named Shady, and you just see the mobility and dexterity that Shady has. This guy did not play a stupid game. He wasn't even that close to the enclosure. He was sort of just walking by and had no idea the arm span of that orangutan that reached out and grabbed him. So he's very lucky. That orangutan could have easily broken his arm, broken his leg. As you see his lip come up, like that Fleming response for the foot, if he had chomped down on that foot, it would have made holes in his feet, which looked like the guy was just in socks, which is weird, but we won't go into that. All right, so lion attacks zookeeper. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on here. So there's a male and female lion. This looks like one of those like Vegas style things. They used to have them in the lobby of the MGM, like sort of these display things. There's a couple guys here, and the male lion is annoyed. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like he's annoyed. He's not really trying to eat the guy. All of us who have cats know that a cat does that, right? Your little house cat, you can go up and try to give him a kiss or a tickle and he scratches you or bites at you. It's the same thing with a lion, but when a lion does it, it's life-threatening. So interestingly, you see how the lioness comes over and she actually sort of grabs the male, and she's, to me, what she's saying is like, hey, what's going on here? Can I get involved? What are you doing? It kind of looks like she's defending the keepers, but I think it's more like she's sort of just being the girl, you know? She's sort of like, hey, Jerry, settle down, that's enough, you know, okay, you don't need to get in another fight, Jerry. I'm guessing the lion's name is Jerry. So that's how I'm seeing this. I see her as just sort of like trying to be the voice of reason in this one. All right, gorilla charges little girl and breaks the glass. So let's see, so this gorilla comes shooting up. Oh, damn, that would be terrifying. So this little girl did nothing wrong, but this happens a lot. If you ever take small kids to the zoo, you see how the big animals, especially the predatory animals like large cats, tigers, lions, they notice small children as being easy and vulnerable. So this gorilla gets aggressive. The girl's probably banging on the glass, comes up, charges this glass and cracks it. So very lucky he didn't go bashing through that. And if 100 men can't beat a gorilla based on that thing floating around, I promise you that little girl wasn't going to beat him. So she is lucky that that glass didn't shatter. Guys, I am so thrilled because there is now a one-stop men's shop that has absolutely everything I could ever need. Everything I wear on expeditions is all coming from Huckberry. They make everything a guy could ever want. Their stuff is quality, it fits beautifully, they distribute a ton of really good brands, including their own. Cannot recommend it enough, and they support the channel and allow us to make videos like this. So do me a favor, grab yourself an awesome shirt, a cool pair of shoes, a watch, a hat, sunglasses, you name it, at the link in the description, and let's get back to reviewing these videos. All right, zookeeper makes miracle escape from gorilla. So I don't know why this guy's in with the gorilla or lady. Is it a lady? Can't tell. But there's someone in the enclosure in the world of primates, wherever that is. Yeah, it's a woman. And the gorilla is in there. Now, the gorilla and the person should not be in the enclosure at the same time. So I'm guessing what happened was usually they have these holding cells where they'll bait the animals in, then they'll close the door. Then the keeper can go in and clean and put enrichment toys out and all the things they need to do. I'm guessing that somebody didn't latch that night cell, that enclosement area, and the gorilla came back out. But that is a terrifying situation to be in. All right, so here we have an ostrich attack. This guy has the ostrich by the neck with a stick, and the ostrich is puffing up. It's a male ostrich. Oh, that's a lawnmower. That's a weed cutter. So this guy was obviously trimming the weeds when all of a sudden this male ostrich became incredibly aggressive and is trying to kick the guy. You know what it could be with that long weed whacker and it's kind of the rounded head? I wonder if that guy all in drab gray and that long weed whacker looks like a female ostrich. Like it's like the neck of a female ostrich and the guy in drab gray. And that ostrich is just feeling kind of randy because he's been cooped up for a while. And he's like, I'm gonna get my jollies off. And he starts trying to attack this guy. I feel like that guy thinks the ostrich is trying to kill him. I think that ostrich is trying to make him into his girlfriend. So this little boy accidentally fell into orangutan garden, it says, except I'm pretty sure those were gorillas I saw a second ago. Yep, those are gorillas, definitely not orangutans. Oh, TikTok, aren't you just wonderful? So the gorilla immediately walked over. It's a silverback gorilla weighing 500 pounds. The boy looks injured, like curled up, so they probably fell over and into this moat. Now there's a gorilla looming over this injured child in the sort of moat part of this. Yeah, and then look at that. You see how this gorilla sort of almost pokes at the kid and is like, hey, are you okay? It's like, it's kind of amazing really to think like this child had a bad life-threatening accident into a gorilla enclosure, and instead of the gorilla being aggressive or violent, it was trying to help the child. Obviously the gorilla is not threatened by an injured child. Oh good, the child is okay. The little boy woke up, so obviously concussed or something. But isn't it interesting to see how the gorilla almost motherly and lovingly watches this injured child and goes, hey, you know, something's wrong here. If that was an adult human and it offered a threatening presence, the gorilla would have picked up on that and likely injured that person severely. But instead, this gorilla comes over and goes, something's wrong with this little boy. And it shows so much intelligence and compassion. And then the boy starts to sort of wake up, and it looks like they managed to pull the gorilla in. I'm sure the kid's in a lot of pain. I hope he didn't break his neck or anything. That's a long fall. And the gorillas head off into the enclosure. Don't jump into zoo enclosures. That's incredibly stupid and it always results in something bad, and you don't want me making fun of you on the internet, which is what's happening here. Do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what other kind of things you'd love me to break down.